Yo, what is going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything. And this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down. BG, what is going on, my guy? What's up, man?
Hey, I'm feeling good. I feel like
I've been waiting for this.
The fan takes versus reality takes. You know how I am with my birds. I'm gonna tell you like it is all the time. So now that you know about BG,
this is why we started this, because of you. We started this because I'm tired of listening to your, fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about 17-0 until proven otherwise. BS. You know what I mean?
I was pretty close last year. Thank you very much. We could have easily won those 3 games we lost and been 17-0.
Bro, stop it.
Right? Did we not beat ourselves those 3 games?
Look, we lost.
Oh.
We lost.
No.
We lost. We could have won the Super Bowl, but we lost. And that's the difference between me and you, man. I live in the real world, reality. You live in fantasy land that every Eagle fans want to hear and say, oh my God, 17-0, BG is right. That's not happening. When was the last time a team went undefeated?
When the last time a team had a team like us last year?
The team that went undefeated, the Miami Dolphins. So I guess they had something going on, right?
And we better than them.
But the times change. But you, with the Dolphins area,
let's be real now.
There.
I said 17-0 until proven otherwise, basically meaning that I feel like our team should be undefeated. And we did lose some games, and I said 14-3, and everybody was like, oh, okay. So we ended up 14-3. That's cool, too. But 17-0 until proven otherwise. That's always going to happen. Every single year, the Eagles line it up, lace it up, and go on that football field. I'm thinking 17-0 until proven otherwise.
That's a cop-out. 17-0 or undefeated until proven otherwise is a cop-out. You scared your name
telling you how good the team is. It's telling you that good. That's how much confidence I have in my team.
You scared to put your name on 15-2 and be wrong.
Well, I did.
No.
I said 14-3 last year, and we were 14-3.
Bro, you can't play both sides.
That's
can't.
Reality.
Are we 17-0 or 14-3? I need you to pick a side and stay there.
I said 14-3 is my number.
No.
I always say 17-0 until proven otherwise since I've been on here.
All right. And that is what triggered me, man, to say, look, you know what, man? I think a lot of fans out there think like me. Realistic. And there's some fans out there, them young fans out there, they're still wet behind the ears type of fans. They're like, you know what, BIRDGANG, 17-0. Yeah. Wow. I mean, they have been watching any football and probably just now tuning in. They believe you. I mean, they go out and put their houses on the line, their wives on the line, their cars on the line, because BIRDGANG 31 said the Eagles are going undefeated. Because
they watch me and they see that most things I say come true.
And now half of them are homeless, divorced, and they started GoFundMe because of you.
Hey, I'm right there along with them. I lost some money. The Eagles didn't win that Super Bowl, but we ain't gonna talk about that on air.
Oh, man. Hey, before we get into it, man, tell them how many bets you won against me.
I think we only bet once, right? And I lost. Twice. And I lost both times. You know why? Reality versus fantasy. Wow.
But let's go.
Let's get it. The fan take. That's why I put it. The fans take versus reality, baby. And I think what I say is reality. It's like what they call it. I see into the future. No, I'm like, what they call that? Psychic. I'm psychic with our Eagles team. I can tell you what's going to happen, and y'all just scared to talk about it. I'm just going to say it straight up. Like, this is what's going to happen. We're going to whoop some butt. This is going to be our team. This is how it is. And then it turns out to be that way.
Hey, Facebook user, man, thank you for tuning in, man. If you can, please go on YouTube because we like to recognize everybody that's jumping in the chat. Right now, all we see is Facebook user. What's good, brother? What's up, man? But we like to acknowledge everybody. So please make sure you go on the YouTube. Both links are in the description. So go ahead and do that so we can say thank you, Ronald, for tuning in. EC, what's going on, EC, man? So I appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, yo,
Just like I was one of the first to jump on a Hurts train. I was telling y'all when he was only taking a couple of reps, this dude was about to be the dude. And everybody like, I don't know, we gotta see. Hold on, give me a second.
That you was the
I'm not
first,
sure yet. I was telling y'all the dude's the truth at the beginning.
Wait, see, the thing is, you in your head right now. You think about that you were the first. No, you. I went back. When I first started YouTube, I went back and I looked for days to find my take on the Philadelphia Eagles this past season. I told them the very first season as Hurts as a starter, before I even, when Carson Wentz decided to leave, I was like, we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs. But the second season, 2023, we was going to be in the Super Bowl. And I will put that up because that's how much confidence I had back then. So I don't want to hear that you was the first. Once again, you in your head, Bird Gang. But once again, the truth,
talk to the nation. They'll tell you. The nation will tell you. I have plenty of live streams. You can go look in the chat, and they tell you Bird Gang was the first to tell you to put you up on game because I knew that this man was special from the jump.
All right, look, he is special. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, Jalen Hurts is special, and he's going to get paid. Once again, we might disagree on how much he should get paid.
Well, let's start with that one, and that's a good topic.
Let's go.
Let's go with the Jalen Hurts getting paid thing because I think Jalen's a smart man. I do know that he deserves all the money he's gonna get. He's gonna get a lot of money, but how much? I don't know, man. I don't know if I was Jalen, I would actually ask for like the super bag. Like I wouldn't go out there and ask to be the highest paid quarterback in the league right now. I see my team, a lot of young talent, a lot of veteran talent that are still playing at a pretty high level. Maybe I could squeak, a good deal, like a 3-4 year deal in there where it doesn't put me at number one, but it gets me like top 5 to 6 quarterback.
I want to hear numbers, man. I want numbers, man. See,
like if I could tell Jalen what to pick, I'll say do the team a solid and rock 50K.
And what?
50K a year. Because that's not going to be that's the benchmark right now.
50K a year is number one.
When all these guys sign, they're signing for more than 50K.
50 million a year is number one.
A year. Yeah.
That's setting the market.
But for now, because Burrows, I think the rest of those guys don't ask for more money than that. If Daniel Jones can get, how much you get? $40-something million a year?
No. Daniel Jones
can get $40-something million a year.
Daniel Jones' deal is not what we think it is. He's making under 40 million. When you break it all down, he's making under 40 million. It looks like 40 million, 4 years. I believe it was 4 years? What's it like? 160 something. So when you do the math, it's like 40 million. That's not true. Daniel Jones is making under $40 million a year. So when you said 50 million, and when you said $50 million, that is setting the market at 50 million. That is number one in the league.
Wait. So what Patty Mahomes get? Oh, Patty Mahomes will get 45, right?
Yeah.
There's another quarterback though. Who else signed? Oh yeah,
Dak Prescott. That 1 year he made 76.
No, the Watson deal last year.
The Watson deal. So are you talking about guarantee money or what? Because now, if you're talking about guarantee money, yes, Deshaun Watson, he's done set the bar for the most guaranteed money. You know what I mean? I get it. But if you saying a team-friendly deal, like I've been saying, but y'all been saying, throw the bag at him. But I kept on saying this throughout the season. I'm like, if I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm Jalen Hurts, name me one quarterback that got paid. The number one and setting the markets have been to a Super Bowl and won it.
But just like the Patty Mahomes deal, right? Just like that deal, it's not as awesome later on. You know what I'm saying? So when he got that $500 million contract, 45 million, that was peaking. But like now they're talking about, if you look at his contract now compared to the rest of about 45 million a year ain't nothing for a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, So the deal, like that's why I really want him, if he's gonna get the bag to take a 10-year deal.
Yeah, but that's not what you were saying, though. You were saying pay him whatever he want. Pay him 100 million a year, 60 million. It doesn't matter.
That's what he deserves.
Right now, you singing a different tune right now. I've been saying, hey, a team-friendly deal. I've been saying that Jalen Hurts looks like the type of guy that is more about the team than himself. You know what I mean? And now you're trying to.
I was always saying that, and everybody like, no, have you seen female people? His female people, oh, they're going for the bag. They're going for the break show. I was always saying, I think Jalen Hurts talked to guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning and those type of people, and realized that he needs to do something friendly. But the only thing about that is, like I was saying, in terms of like the 50 million mark would be, a little bit expensive right now. Wouldn't kick into the after next year, for one. For two is, every year going down, their salary cap's going up at least like 25 million, they said. So that deal won't look as sweet, 2-3 years from now. Even next year when it actually kicks in and we get an extra $25 million on our salary cap, it won't look as sweet then, but it looks definitely great now.
I mean, look, I completely agree with you, but I'm talking about, look, the difference is when Patrick Mahomes took the deal and now let's fast forward 3 years ago, right? I think he took the deal 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. The guarantee money is what everybody is about. How much guarantee money is Jalen Hurts is going to get? Me personally, I think that the max I would pay Jalen Hurts annually is $45 million a year. Because look. The only reason why we're talking about Jalen Hurts getting paid is the team around him.
Whoa. Not the only reason why. That is not reality. That has nothing to do with reality right there. The reason why we're talking about paying him because Jalen Hurts is a freaking nature. The only dual threat quarterback that do it the way he does it ever. There ain't been another Jalen Hurts ever. His numbers stand alone. By himself.
Before Jalen Hurts,
Jalen Hurts makes that team better. What happened when Jalen Hurts was out those 2 games? The team did not look the same on offense or defense.
Listen,
Jalen Hurts is that.
Before Jalen Hurts was Michael Vick. Never seen him. Like breaking NFL rushing record.
We can stop.
And then before Jalen Hurts was who? Lamar Jackson.
Neither one of those guys
of the league.
Neither one of those guys were like top 5 in passing. Neither one. Okay. Lamar or Vic. Jalen is. He was number 1 in quarterback rating. That's a whole nother breed, my guy. It's something that hasn't been done before. It's something that haven't been seen before.
Listen.
And that's why people are still scared to even, give him the love that he deserves.
All right, you're talking about number 1 in passing, right? What was the Philadelphia Eagles? What was the Philadelphia Eagles averaging passing through the air a game?
I would say, I don't know offhand because I haven't got my stats out. I'm not about to go look through the computer, but I want to say probably around the 250 range.
Okay. So, it's about 225, 250, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Quarterbacks are throwing for 300-400 a game. So you're talking about number 1 and this and that because he doesn't have to throw that much. The Philadelphia Eagles was the top 5 running team also. The Philadelphia Eagles was top 5 defense also. The Philadelphia Eagles, led the league in sacks. Like historical stats right here. So all this stuff right that you're saying, Jalen Hurts had the perfect situation around him.
Listen.
Him a little bit.
That's you just made my point even more valid because you just keep people like to do that. Oh, it's a passing, but the Eagles are number 1 in rushing. Hello, Jalen had 800 yards, 13 touchdowns rushing.
Wait. You said, see,
he makes that rushing attack go without
don't change
that rushing attack.
Don't change the conversation. Don't change the conversation now. We're talking about you said passing. We didn't talk about everything else he did. No. You said passing. So I threw stats at you were passing, and now you try to add the rushing. Let's talk about the
That's what he is. He's a dual threat. So you can't even isolate either one of them because he's great at both.
We will talk about how great he is as a whole. You said passing. Number one passer rating, right? That's what you said. And then I countered you and said, what was the average passing yard the Philadelphia Eagles was doing? 225, 250. I get it, but other quarterback was 300-400 passing. That's what we was talking about.
No.
We were just talking about
I never break down Jalen. I hate when people even break down and try to separate passing and rushing with Jalen. Like Nick Sirianni said, when they were like, we give Jalen the bag. This is just like paraphrasing. If you give Jalen Hurts the bag, are you guys going to try to change the way he played? He's like, no, he's the best dual threat quarterback in the game. Of course we're not. He was MVP candidate. We're not going to change that. He's going to always bring both to the table. Like you can't grade him off either. Like I can't be like, oh, he's the best rushing quarterback of all time. I can't say he's the best, passing quarterback of all time. But I can say he's the best dual threat quarterback of all time.
Okay, but you contradicting yourself because when you said he was number one in passer rating, we never seen that before, my guy. That's your words.
For Eagle quarterbacks, what other Eagle quarterback led the league in passer rating?
You said we never seen that before, right? But Lamar Jackson won the MVP, and he won rushing for over 1,000, but he threw for 36 touchdowns, and he was throwing it through the air. We have seen it before. But the thing is, what Jalen Hurts is doing, like I guess the yard per average, like the team he had around, he made it farther than Lamar Jackson. He did it on the biggest stage. I'm not taking nothing away from Jalen Hurts, but I think that you keep on saying you had to separate this.
The biggest part of that is this. He don't turn the football over. And that's the biggest part. You might have said Lamar did, but look at his turnovers that year compared to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts don't turn over the ball. And that is huge. That's why I think he's better than Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes might have more throwing.
Oh, my God. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You know what? BG, stop it.
Patty Mahomes might have more yards, but when you throw the ball 56 times a game, you're going to have more yards, period. That's just point. If Jalen threw the ball more, we don't have to make Jalen throw the ball more because our offense don't need Jalen to throw the ball more. They need him to be both, to run the football and to throw the football. If Jalen were to throw, he would have just as many yards with less turnovers. Patrick Mahomes was a turnover machine at the beginning of last year, okay? All these Burrows got more turnovers. Allen got more turnover. Lamar, all these other quarterbacks, they're like double-digit turnover. Jalen is not that guy. He's never going to be that guy. And the longer he plays, it's probably going to go even down less than that.
All right, so let me contradict you a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, I'm that guy, right? You said that year that Lamar Jackson won an MVP. He had more turnovers than Jalen Hurts, right?
I'm assuming so.
No, he had 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
How many fumbles?
36 touchdowns through the air.
How many fumbles?
6 interceptions. So, how many fumbles?
I said turnovers.
I don't know how many fumbles.
I said turnovers, but how many fumbles you going to add in there, too? You got to add the fumbles.
But let me see something real quick. Let me try to dig a little bit deeper.
Dig deeper.
How many fumbles?
The eye test tell you that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Off rip.
Listen. Lamar Jackson is very good. But have Lamar Jackson had the talent of Jalen Hurts? Yes or no? A.J. Brown's over there. Devontae Smith, the offensive line. The running game.
He had one of the best tight ends in the game in Andrews.
Oh, you went to tight end. Out of all these positions, you went to tight end.
Forward to that year. He won't throw this tight end all the time. He had some rookie receivers out there. I can't really remember who he had that year in terms of
Brown.
receivers.
Brown was the Hollywood
Brown, yes.
That's
it. He had 3 running backs, I remember. 3 running backs that were pretty good over there that year.
Threw 36 touchdowns.
But he threw a lot of them to tight ends and running backs.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm not trying to compare the two. I'm just saying that we have seen this before. The only difference is like Jalen Hurts have taken his team further than a Michael Vick, than a Lamar Jackson. And guess what? He he is arguably on a better team than both of those guys. We don't know those guys' potentials, but we saw the eye test was like, ooh, before Lamar Jackson was Michael Vick. You know what I mean? Before Michael Vick was Randall Cunningham. So all these guys we've seen before, but it just keeps getting better just because of the stats, the passer ratings. And now they start keeping passer ratings, the rushing yards, per average, the touchdowns. Yo, I get it. Look, I'm all for Jalen Hurts getting paid. $45 million to me is a team-friendly deal. He deserves every penny. If I'm Howie Roseman, I give him, look, averaging $45 million a year, but I'm giving him fully guaranteed contract.
So you're saying $45 million. I wish I had a calculator to do the math. So you're saying how many years are you trying to give him? How many years are you trying to give him?
4 years.
4 years, 45.
Yeah.
So what's that? 90, 90, 180.
Should be about
$180 million fully guaranteed contract.
A what?
$180 million fully guaranteed contract.
Wait. $180 million.
You said 4 years. 45, 45, 90. 90, 90, 180. It's 180 fully guaranteed for 4 years.
Fully guaranteed.
That's what you would go for.
I would go for so 45. So yeah, look, I'm giving them 45
no
fully guaranteed. It's all about the guarantee money right now. Even Lamar Jackson came out today, and said, look, it's not about the annual, it's about the fully guaranteed. I just want more than Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? I did more than him. I just want more than him.
But he
right?
didn't. Lamar screwed himself. Okay, for one, being your own age is never a good idea, and for two, you quit on your team last year. You literally did. You could have came back plenty of your team went to the playoffs. If you really wanted that money, you should have came out there, played some football, and earned your money. And you probably wouldn't be sitting here worried about a contract right now if you just played football. That's what you get paid to do. You got paid last year to do it. You're still under contract last year, so Lamar screwed himself.
So look, I love that comment by Beanie Boom 68. Jalen already said it. I'm chasing what was
Championships,
it?
not money.
Not money. So why are we trying to, break the Philadelphia? The Philadelphia Eagles right now are they are bottom feeders right now, right? They are just scraping at the bottom, just trying to get some money out. All I want, the more Jalen Hurts win, the more money he's gonna get. That's what people don't understand. I have never seen a quarterback that been number one in pay win a Super Bowl, because you can't keep the team around him. You can't keep the same team around. Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls, 7 championships, 10 Super Bowls. This dude was taking deals and deals and deals because he was about that mindset. So why are we trying to?
But he's still top 5.
What?
He was still a top 5. Like even when Tom Brady was taking those hometown discounts.
Hell no, he wasn't.
Top 5.
He was not. He was not a top 5 paid quarterback. Tom Brady was literally barely under top 10, making money annually because he was all about that winning mindset. So we're the one.
230 guaranteed. Russell's 122 guaranteed.
$180 million, 4 years, fully guaranteed. Matter of fact, I like this. I'm giving Jalen Hurts $200 million fully guaranteed. Here we go. $200 million fully guaranteed.
That's for 4 years. That'd be $50 million a year.
Okay, but at the same time, guess what? You can start working that cap along the way and try to lower it.
I feel like
because look, Deshaun Watson, right? He reworked his contract. Deshaun Watson, we worked his contract, restructured his contract this past offseason.
He was trash.
But no, because he wanted players around him. I'm telling you right now, he wanted players around him. Third is Kyler Murray. This dude been hurt every season. Like he never made it through a whole full season and was buns in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts deserves his money. I'm not saying he doesn't, but y'all need to stop saying pay him whatever he wants.
I think like a $50 million.
are losing a lot of these guys. The only reason why we're not in a bad position right now is because the Fletcher Cox, the Brendan Graham, the Jason Kelsey, they are taking hometown discount to play with Jalen Hurts. They love Jalen Hurts as a person.
But what about that? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's just guaranteed he will make more money. So what would you do about a 50 million a year, 10-year contract with, so what's that? $500 million, right? With 250 guaranteed.
But why do that now? That's the thing.
Because you trust him. You think that's going to be your quarterback in the future, and you can backload some money. You can move the money around. Within 10 years, you can do a lot with that money. You can play around with it all you need to adjust and bring players in. If you even look at KC's team last year on the Patty Mahomes deal, like a lot of KC's defense, that's why we're going to talk about the draft and why I want Bijan. There's a lot of KC's defense, young draft picks, that they have in there that actually made plays when they needed to make them. There's not too many super studs over there. It's about that offense, about your quarterback. It's about, offense that can win and put points up.
All right. So you know what? Hey, before we transition into the draft, man, I keep on asking you the same question, but you seem to be ducking. But there's no more ducking. You put Jalen Hurts on the Kansas City Chiefs with those weapons, with TikTok Juju, with Travis Kelsey, one of the best, and then Watson and that. Do you think
Watson, Moore, Hartman?
Okay, all right. Okay, Juju. So do you think he have the same season as he had this past season?
I think Andy Reid.
With the running game, by the way,
with Andy Reid, the running game would have been a lot more effective with those running backs with him there. Look at what Pacheco did with a guy like, Patrick Mahomes is not very, he's not pulling no linebackers away. And Pacheco, the 7th-round pick, ended up having a great season. Imagine if he had Jalen Hurts, that dude would have went over 1,300 yards easily. And it would have been a different run offense. Because I just think Andy Reid's one of those coaches. Like, Andy would have adjusted Jalen Hurts' skill set to make the Chiefs be just as good.
But he didn't adjust to Donovan McNabb.
He did. How many times Andy Reid went to the NFC Championship? 5. I mean, he adjusted to anything Donnie had. He adjusted to it, and we won.
Donovan McNabb was throwing the shit out the ball every damn game. We were screaming, "Run the ball" for 20 years, and he never ran the damn ball. So
Westbrook was a good running back during his era,
huh?
So Westbrook was a good running back during his era.
Buckhalter and Westbrook. As a matter of fact, let's transition into the draft. You want Bijan, right? That's the only guy you always talk about. Bijan. I mean,
look at this guy, Bijan Robinson.
Go ahead.
Woo! I won't even do it. I just had to throw him up there.
Yeah, no. Hey, the floor is yours. Give me a good argument why Bijan wouldn't make this team or this offense so unstoppable that we might go undefeated regardless of the defense we have.
I got a lot of reasons, and they're pretty obvious. Right. The number one obvious reason there is we just lost Miles Sanders. Booby's not spinning in Philadelphia no more, okay? Booby's gone. Booby had over 1,300 yards. I know it was almost 13 rushing, but I know he had some receiving yards in there. So over 1,300 yards, double-digit touchdowns. Booby was a running back you had the game plan for. Regardless on what opened up from Jalen Hurts, Booby was still Booby Mouse. His whole career he's been good. Before Jalen even came to the team, he's averaged over 5 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? Like he made his presence known. All Booby needed was more carries and to stay healthy, and everybody knew that he was that dude. So that's the first reason. When you lose a Pro Bowl running back, impact player like Miles Sanders, you got to replace him with another impact player. That's how I feel. Someone else that's going to take the stress off of Jalen Hurts. Like, this is a plus for Jalen. This is a plus for Devontae. This is a plus for Goddard, AJ, the whole offense in general. Like, yes, does Jalen hold linebackers? Yes, he does. Just because you got to worry about him running the football. Yeah. But that does not discredit the fact that if you don't have a threat, if you had a Penny out there starting, or Boston Scott, or Trey Sermon, or Kenny Gainwell starting, they're going to focus more and take their shot with just knocking Jalen out. You know, they're not going to worry about that running back. They're going to worry about Jalen Hurts doing his thing. They're going to take him out. And we've seen over the games that Miles Sanders didn't play over the last couple of years, they have not been very good running games. You know, we didn't that number one rushing attack didn't look number one no more without Miles Sanders in that lineup because the simple fact is Mal brings, attention. You gotta he was a home run hitter. Remember the year before, 70 plus yard touchdowns in the same season. I think that was one of the only backs to do it. It's like Miles Sanders had clout behind him, so you had to respect his game. So all I'm saying is the running backs we got, cool, whatever, they can be on the team. But they're not, none of them are number one running backs, and you need that threat to even, if you want to take it to the next level of this offense. I think I want to see the offense continue to evolve. And if you got a guy like Bijan Robinson, you seen what he did, in Texas, and they don't have the best offensive line. They don't even have the best quarterback. He was the main focus point, and he still did his thing out there. The guy can catch the football. He's a really good pass block. He pass blocks better than any back in this draft. He can catch the football just as good as anybody in this draft, but his dynamic plays is better than everybody in the draft. That's why right now he's only considered one of the only first-round backs even in the draft and a top 10 player overall. He is the hype. He got everything you need as a running back, the size, the speed, the strength, the balance running the ball. And like I said, he's great in pass protection. He can do it all. He don't have to lead the field. And I know you Eagles aren't used to having a bell cow, but Miles Sanders was semi-bell cow last year. You don't get 1,300 yards by, just playing sparingly. And I just think with our offensive line and Jalen Hurts' threat of pulling those linebackers, that teams will be terrified to play the Eagles if you got a Bijan Robinson. And plus, the biggest point of all this is you're keeping young talent around Jalen Hurts for the next 4 to 5 years on a rookie contract. And that's better than go get you, you can go get you a Elliott or one of these Josh Jacobs or one of these other running backs that are already, established in the league, but you're going to have to pay them their money. I'll take a rookie contract for Bijan Robinson. And everybody's like, well, you're going to have to pay him at the end of the 5 years. Do you? Because that's our window right now with the players we got. Unless this team continue to grow, draft good, and, do that, and we actually get these players that we're drafting to actually play at a high level. Our window isn't right now. Our window is next year. I don't look past next year. And that's a next year. Bijan Robinson will be an impact player that can help us win the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, are you done?
Hey, go ahead.
All right. You know what? Check this out, right? Because I think a lot of notes why he was, saying whatever gibberish that you were saying. So all season long, I've been hearing that Miles Sanders is replaceable. All season long, I've been hearing that any running back behind this Eagles offensive line could have success. You said it. A lot of people said it all season long. All season long now. And now
I never said that. I've always wanted Booby. I said we should re-sign Booby. I wanted to see Booby inside and draft Bijan Robinson and have both of them be back there like Cleveland.
All season long, y'all been saying that any running back could run behind this Eagles offensive line. That's number one. Number two, ain't no goddamn team game planning for Miles Sanders.
What?
Ain't no team saying, you know what, we got to go in there.
Really?
Yes, really.
Wow.
Because you know why? Yes, he averaging 5 yards of carry for his career. But Miles Sanders is a sneaky, great, good running back. He's sneaky. But ain't nobody saying, oh, we got to find Miles Sanders. That's game plan for Miles Sanders. No, they game plan for Jalen Hurts. That opened Miles Sanders up. That opened Gainwell up. That opened Boston Scott up. Even, you know what? You contradict yourself because you said the Eagles, when Miles Sanders was out, the Eagles struggle in the run. But the problem is this. I watch football, BG.
I do too.
Okay.
And we struggle without Booby in the lineup.
The Eagles found a system that worked against the Raiders when Miles Sanders got hurt. And we started running the ball. We ran the ball the whole rest of the season. But Miles Sanders, we're always saying how Miles Sanders is going to feel when he get back. The Eagles are running the ball with Gainwell, with Boston Scott, averaging almost
I got something
yards
to stop that.
every
To shatter that.
Hey,
Those
it's my
games,
turn.
Jalen Hurts was the leading running back on the team. Those games,
I got
Jalen was the lead number.
Yo, it's my turn. I got the pen. I wrote my notes down. Let me talk.
Okay, I'll let you talk. My bad.
This game plan changes when Miles Sanders was out. He was injured. We always saying Miles Sanders won west to east. We wanted a running back that ran north. We had who? Jordan Howard that game. Gainwell, Boston Scott. They was running north. We saw something that worked, and bam, the next 2-3 games, Miles was still not there, and guess what happened? We were still averaging 200 yards a game. So it wasn't Miles Sanders that we had a game plan for. It wasn't Miles Sanders that made the Eagles running game work. It was without Miles Sanders, and all y'all was saying, oh, shoot, we signed Jordan Howard. We good with Gainwell. We good with Boston Scott because Miles Sanders, he tap danced too much. So now, and you said that he struggled without him in the running game. That's BS. The Eagles running game don't fall back at all without Miles Sanders.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, let's go back to.
I got something to say about that. Wait. Before you get into
I'm not done. See, BG, okay. I'll let you. Hey, I'm not.
Okay. My bad. Go ahead.
I took my notes for a reason.
Go ahead.
And then look, Zeke, McCaffrey, Barkley, Chubbs. All those are bell cow backs, right? What do all of them have in common? Major injuries, man. Like the field, Barkley out for a season. McCaffrey can't stay healthy besides this past year. Zeke, after year 3, this dude was getting hurt left and right. We don't need a Bijan Robinson to give him carries after carries because we're not built that way. We built to keep teams off guard. We built to you can't game plan for one running back. That's what I kept on saying. Nobody game playing for Miles Sanders. They game playing for the Philadelphia Eagles running game overall. And then my last thing is this. Offense wasn't our issue. Offense wasn't our problem. We literally was up double digits twice in the Super Bowl. I hate to bring back some bad memories, but we was up double digits twice against the Kansas City Chiefs, against Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. Double digits twice. Offense wasn't the problem. It was the defense. So why are we going to trying to beef up the offense for what? So that's why I think that if we draft your boy Bijan at number 10, that we will make a big mistake because the Philadelphia Eagles are not a one running back system. They are a running back by committee. Westbrook, Barkhalter. We always been that way. Even LaShawn McCoy. The one time we featured him as a solid running back number 1, rushing title. But besides that, who else? We always been that way. So are you sure that Howie Roseman let Miles Sanders walk, not having enough faith in Gainwell just to go back and draft a running back at the first, at the number 10 spot? Are you sure about that?
Man, there's a lot of things you just said I had to say. That's why I like to just go back and forth with one. First off, right here, let me cut you off short on that one. I know what you're talking about. We got to that Raiders game. We were not running the ball before that game. So then when we started the game before Miles got hurt, the next game, we waited and realized we started running the game. But all those games you're talking about that we had 200 yards rushing in, Jalen Hurts had over 100 of those yards for a reason. He was the lead rusher in that. It wasn't who cares about what Howard did, who cares about what Gainwell did, Boston Scott did. All those guys don't matter because they weren't putting up no numbers for real. It was Jalen Hurts putting up the numbers, right? That's too much wear and tear on your quarterback, especially when you're about to give him the bag. Okay, you need a running back like a Miles Sanders, like a Bijan Robinson, like a lead back in his league. And the reason why we never had a lead back, we always ran committee, was because we never even, for one, how many times did the Eagles even draft this high to even get this kind of elite prospect at the position? We're always trying to get a lineman, because we need linemen, or we're always trying to get something else and draft the running back in the second or third round or something like that. This is an opportunity we haven't had. Okay,
We did, and we drafted down. Yo, we moved down. We had the number 6 pick.
but we needed a lineman then.
So we don't need no linebacker, no safety, no
Wait.
defensive
Let me
tackle
finish.
now.
That was good too. Before I forget too. So what was the other thing you said? Give me your little jot down notes you just said again.
Yeah. Let me see. No team game plan for Miles Sanders. You said that. Okay. Okay.
That's
so
crap. But I told you, they still do game plan for Miles Sanders. They didn't have to during those weeks. They had to worry about Jalen Hurts. If you notice, when Miles came back, Jalen Hurts went more to, instead of being like 120, 150-yard rusher, he went back to 70, 90. That's where you want his range. You want him in that 70, 90 range where he is doing some work just to keep the defense honest. But they were game plan for Miles Sanders while Miles Sanders putting that work in on him.
Yeah. And Scoop said something. He was like, JC, his comp is the LT and Christian McCaffrey. Man, I don't get that, because Christian McCaffrey been hurt every year besides last year. This dude has season-ending, injuries because he was using as a bell cow. There's nobody behind him.
Every elite running back, to be fair, in the league right now, every elite running back's missed time.
That's what I'm see.
But
yeah,
this guy's not known to be hurt. He's been
in college. And college. Christian McCaffrey wasn't hurt in college. What are you talking about? Zeke wasn't hurt in college. Yo, he's from the Big Ten. I'm a Big Ten guy.
Zeke's season didn't start going down because he got hurt. Zeke got paid.
The wear and tear on his body. He started getting injured. I'm telling you, his knees. Yo, he started getting hurt. Yo, he started to slow down every year. Matter of fact, I hate Skip Bayless.
Every year after he got paid. Let's keep it real. Just like that. Every year after both of those cats
got paid year 3.
Yeah, and every year after that is when you see the decline.
So that means
he was
that
partying at the beach.
He running
all kind of
back in
videos
top
come out
10
on Zeke.
3
He
years.
was doing a little too much, man. He was too young with that kind of money, and he didn't do it right. He wasn't taking care of his body. That's why Zeke went down. And once they gave Dak the bat, they forced the pass, man. They were forcing that pass over there in Dallas. But like I said, back to why Bijan is the pick for Philadelphia.
So
what was the other one?
Go
down here next door. I had something for each one of your things to knock them off. So what was the next one?
Your top 3 offense wasn't our problem. Offense wasn't our issue.
It was an issue. We didn't score enough points. And if you do not remember, the reason why KC was even able to get back in that game early was because who? Jalen Hurts fumbled the ball. Who else? Miles Sanders fumbled the ball. Those are offensive players giving the Kansas City Chiefs really good field position to get back in that game. So offense did cause us to lose those. It wasn't just the defense that caused us to lose those leads. It was the offense putting their offense in good position. Another reason why we lost those leads.
That makes 0 sense right now.
Yes, it does. When Jalen Hurts took that fumble, they were in the red zone when they got the ball. Easy touchdown. When Miles Sanders fumbled, they were in the red zone. Easy touchdown. That's 14 easy points. When you're up double digits, that's not double digits no more. That means you're back at it. Now, I know you can say we spread back out again, but it's a Super Bowl. Talk about the best.
All that happened in the first half. Wait. Wait, all that happened in the first half, right?
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Wait. All that happened in the first half.
If it doesn't happen from the offense, we could have went to halftime with a 21 to 28-point lead, and they could have never came back.
See,
offense let them back in the game.
No. I'm not going to let you get away with that because our defense
let them back in the game.
No, our defense was elite. We got stopped. The second half, our offense was struggling to score, brother. Like you watched the game, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
The second half, how many points we put up? We struggled. All right, we struggled in the second half.
What were we at? 28 points at halftime? Were we?
Yo,
21 points.
Yo, we lost the game 30-35, right? But we only scored, I believe, like 10 points in the second half. Yo, we scored 11 points in the second half. 11 points.
Saying that, like That's one thing I don't like, how everybody's trying to dissect this Super Bowl game. Listen, we went against one of the best teams in football, one of the best coaches in the
You
game.
can't move the
We know the
goalposts,
coach
man.
very well, Andy Big Red Reed.
You cannot
Patty
keep
Mahomes, one
moving
of
the
the best
goalposts.
quarterbacks ever. And we let him off the hook early.
You
Like, I'm
can't
saying,
not move the goalposts. Like my
it's
whole thing is
momentum in a
this.
football game. The momentum was high for the Eagles starting out. And if we don't fumble those 2 times and let them get back in the game, I'm pretty sure our momentum would have carried us through the rest of that game.
But the thing is, we had double-digit leads, 10 points twice. Our offense,
This is the NFL. Talking about Patty Mahomes, they can score 10 points in 40 seconds.
but 35 points in the Super Bowl, you should win that game. True or false?
Well, they are the most. They are the most. That was the highest score ever. But you could have said that the game we beat the Patriots too. Tom Brady went off that game and they scored a lot of points. And
our defense made a stop. Now, see, that's perfect. Our defense made a stop to cause a fumble. Our defense couldn't make nothing. So that's why I would not go offense.
But that being said, that was one of the most historical defenses of all time. You cannot say that, for one, that team is not here no more. That defense is gone. We got lost some players off that defense, for one. For two, it's just like that was the best. Any given Sunday, your defense can lose. You can be the best defense in the league and lose a game against another elite team. And we played the elite team. We let them off the hook and we lost. It wasn't that our defense was any less good that game. Well, besides slipping around the football field because the grass was crappy. But I'm not blaming those field conditions on the Super Bowl. They're still professionals. You should understand how to get to the big quarterback. Patty Mahomes on 1.5 legs. They should have definitely got him. But I'm saying
this is not about.
We had an elite defense. Defense wins championship, yes, but sometimes offense does.
Yeah. Okay, but this is not about. Okay, so you want Bijan because you feel like that we need to put up 50 a game. You have no faith.
With them, we can put up 50 a game. That would make better chances of us winning more games. Because you got to think the jump that Jalen Hurts made from year
Madden,
1
bro.
to 2.
Hey, this is not Madden. This is real life.
No. Listen, check this out. From year 2 to year 3, Jalen made a huge jump. This whole offense made when we added AJ, right? Now imagine the year 3 to 4 jump that just without adding another running back, just that passing game, the offensive line, the continuity, the play scheme, the play calling, the scheme itself is going to be better. Meaning Jalen's going to be that much better, that much more of a threat next season, considering the fact that you even heard Nick say he is busting his tail off every single day like a maniac right now, getting ready for this season to be the best MVP quarterback he should have been last year. Now imagine you just go ahead and say, we might not need it, but at 10, guys, at 10, you look at the players at 10 and give me a player that could be utilized more in the first year. I'm not talking about down the line. I'm talking about this year more than Bijan Robinson.
All right. At number 10, let's just say these 3 players are on the board at number 10. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Jalen Carter. He's on the board at number 10.
Is he really going to be on the board, though?
Oh, no, wait. So, come on. Okay. So, because you think that, hey, he's on the board at 10, it's a must. It's a must.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Give you some players. I'm about to give you some players if they're on the board at 10. And yes, he might be on the board because you know what? People go off workouts nowadays, and he's slipping. You know what I mean? A report came out today that the Raiders don't cross him off the board, and teams are starting to cross him off their board, their draft board, because of his workout and the legal issues, which we don't even know what the hell that's about. But yeah, so Jalen Carter is on the board at 10. Bijan Robinson is on the board at 10, right? All right, so now Will Anderson, he's on the board at 10. Nolan Smith on the board at 10. Who are you picking?
And who's the realistic one you said? Because that is no way in hell Will Anderson is going to make it to 10 at all. 0% chance. That's out of the question. So we're not going to even finish that. Now, I can see Carter moving back, but with Carter, he's another one. He's got look at him. He has so much tragic happen. He watched his teammate die. He He gained weight dealing with the stress of all the situation to even go to the Cowboy. He had a piss poor combine. Like, yes, could he still be an elite player down the line? Yes, but you're talking about having to do the same thing to him, kind of like not even the same, but similar, of having to build him up, coach him up, getting him in shape, get him in the football, as we were worried about Jordan Davis last year. So why would you want to go back to back with the same, have to do the same thing for a number one pick, and he won't even see the field as much this year? I'm talking about, Bijan Robinson starting week 1. He's your lead back week 1. He's dominated with 1. So you said Will Anderson, which I don't think is going to be there. Jalen Carter, which I don't know. I think it's going to take him some time to get over this. Like, that's life trauma. I can't say if he ever get over it. When you see someone die, I don't know, that's something dramatic that maybe could affect him for the rest of his life. Who knows? That's probably why he's dropping down the draft board. And, I hope not. I wish the best wishes for him in his career or whatever. Who was the other one you said?
Nolan Smith.
No.
He's trending right now.
I'm not getting him at 10. I like the dude. Like, the dude's a good linebacker, but he's not no superstar player. I'm talking about, when you go to college, it's like there's 5-star players, 4-star players. You know how it is. blue chip players. This guy's a 5-star player at 10. 5-star. Someone that's going to dramatically impact your football team day one. 5-star elite, best of the best. And that's what Bijan Robinson is.
All right. So, yes, I did have two more. All right. Christian Gonzalez and Brian Branch, the safety from Alabama. So those guys, so you tell me those 5 guys I just mentioned, if they are there, because this is about to tell me, he is that good that you're going to pass Branch, Gonzalez, Smith, Carter.
Yes.
And,
let me tell you why. I'll break that down for you too.
Anderson.
Not getting no cornerback. I'm not getting no cornerback with the 10 pick. And I like these corners. I like Porter. I like Gonzalez. I like Witherspoon. I think they're great players. I would love to get them if we were to say re-signed Charlie Gardner-Johnson and only had one of the cornerbacks. That was my mindset. I would have went for one of those cornerbacks easily, hands down, without argument or debate. But since we re-signed the best duel in the NFL last year, number one duel. Look at this. Number one duel in the NFL, okay? Since 2016, the best 2 cornerbacks in the game. Why the hell would we use a 10 pick for a guy that's going to ride pine when we got Greedy Williams and Maddox to play that slot either way? So that would not be a very smart pick. It would be a pick for the future, maybe 2-3 years down the line, when one of these 2 cats leaves. But for right now, winning the Super Bowl next year, not happening.
What made the
Grant a safety? None of these safeties are like last year's safety class. These guys are like late first, early second safeties. None of these guys are superstar safeties. Plus, we got Evans. You know what I'm saying? What the boy Blankenship played good last year. When you got the lockdown cornerbacks, and you can move Maddox back to safety or Greedy Williams back to safety, you can play that project if you want to. That's all we did with CJG. We gave him all this hype, but who knows? Maybe he was only leading the interception because he didn't have that much to do back there because Slay and Bradbury was locking it down. So why not?
And because our defensive line was setting records. Our defensive line was setting records. How many times our offense went 3 and out? But our defense stepped up. Defensive line, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Hargrave up the middle. That's where you start at. Like, you don't start off the running back. You go 3 and out. Good luck with some especially this season. This season, we are playing basically one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. First place all over the place. First place, the Bills. All first place teams, the Eagles are playing this upcoming season. We are about to go against some good, QBs, some good offenses. All right. So you saying you draft Bijan, we try to outscore them. What? Defense.
Wait. And that's another thing I don't like. You've seen the moves with how he's been making to fill some holes on defense for one. We got a lot of cheap players that are on the rise. Young, talented football players that best football is ahead of them. he's already brought here, from Streets to Murrow, to Evans, to all these guys that are coming here to prove something. You know, Howie's really good at finding guys that have something to prove. That's why he signs these guys to 1 year deals. And I'm not saying that they're gonna be the same, but if we talk about that defensive line, we drafted Jordan Davis last year to replace Fletch or Hargrave. Whoever left, Jordan Davis was the replacement for him, period.
Okay.
That's what we drafted him for. So since Fletch stayed, that means Hargrave left and Jordan Davis is replacing him. Now you still got Milton Williams, who's getting better every single year he's played, period. Marlon played great until he got hurt. He actually played more than Milton and Jordan Davis before he got hurt. So I know a lot of people don't like Marlon Tuilopo. I love him. I'm a USC fan. I told everybody we should draft Marlon and we should have drafted Hufanga, who ended up being an all-pro safety last year, you know, because those are the best two players in that USC defense and made that USC team relevant. He was hurt. He came off injury that first year. Second year, he played good until he got hurt again. Now you put a lot, but this is a rotation. And it's not like there's not tons of free agents out there in terms of defensive tackles that you can plug and play. Like I said, we've gotten a couple of them. We got some young guys ready to play, but the main part of that is Jordan Davis is the Hargrave replacement. And once you replace Jordan Davis, now you got Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox. Who's running up that gut, period? Fletcher is still big, no matter how much you lost, he's still a big body.
Yeah, but you do realize that we drafted Gainwell to replace Miles Sanders, right?
No, we didn't.
So yes, we did.
No.
So you mean to tell me, okay,
no.
Hey, wait.
What round was Gainwell?
Tell me that Howie Roseman let Miles Sanders walk to draft a running back in the top 10. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you.
So as much as he came out and said, I love Gainwell, I love what we have behind him. So that means, see, I'm tired of the Eagles wasting picks.
Listen,
I'm tired because that is a waste of
hate on Gainwell, and I love Gainwell.
Is not going to be on the field if you draft Bijan.
Gainwell still be on the field. Was Gainwell on the field last year? And we had Miles, right? He was on the field. He still had a touchdown.
Okay, you're talking about a generational talent.
His touchdowns,
but that makes no sense. You do not split carries if you're a generational talent. You do not. You put him on the field every second.
And you carries, I guess. But you do it to keep him
fresh. Okay, no.
17-game season. You're going to rotate regardless.
No, see.
Regardless. Teams now are going to rotate. Derrick Henry goes out, right? Derrick Henry, the best back in the league. When he's healthy, he still goes out. He's the best back in the league, Derrick Henry. McCaffrey goes out.
This dude was see, the problem is
Kamara goes out.
Backup is not coming in every other round, like every other down. But Miles Sanders,
Bijan, I doubt his backup, Gainwell, Boston Scott won't be coming in every other round either, or Penny. The guy is a total package running back, my guy. He is that it. That's why he's the only. He's look at this. The skill set. He's a weapon because he's not only a running back, he's a receiver. He can line up in the slot, wing. Like
that means that Gainwell is irrelevant. That means that Gainwell is irrelevant.
You still need good talent because he can't run the ball every single down for 17 games. You're gonna have to still rotate backs in there.
They're not making no sense to me.
Yeah, it does.
I couldn't understand if the Philadelphia Eagles was bottom 3 offense, mid offense. The Eagles were top 3 offense in the NFL, and y'all acting like we need to get better on offense.
I'm telling you like this. We lost. The one of the reason why we were top 3 offense. One of the reasons why we were the top 3 offenses, Boobie Miles was on a dang team. He had over 1,300 yards, over double touchdown. That's what the man did himself. I promise you. If you try to lead this season, go ahead if you want to. Try to lead with Gainwell, Boston Scott, or even a Penny, and think we're gonna have that kind of production at the running game. You are mistaken, my guy. I promise.
Do you know?
None of those cats will get over 1,000 yards, even behind this line. None of them cats will get 1,000 yards. None of them.
Hey, do you know
the Philadelphia Eagles? Now Penny.
Hold on. See, like I don't get this argument at all. But do you know that the Eagles was better last year? They were number 1 rushing team last year. And Miles Sanders did not have a good of a year as this year. No. We wasn't number 1 this year. No, we was top 5 running team. Top 5 running team. We was not number one. But
This
last year we were number one. Number one, and Miles Sanders
is that
had
a year before? Or is that
last year. I mean, 2021 season.
Okay.
We was number one. We finished the league with number one rushing. And Miles Sanders did not have a career year. This year, we're top
like
5 in rushing. What?
He had like 900 yards that year.
He had what?
And he was hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
The ball that much.
That's what I'm saying. You do not need one guy to make this Eagle offense work because your offensive line is that good. You could plug a Gibbs back there, right? Hey, you could get a Gibbs. A Gibbs could be back there, and you still be as successful. But you still built your defense, and then you get Gibbs.
No, because the rest of the running backs in the draft, I don't think they can. They can't do it all. Like Gibbs is more receiving back. He's more like he would replace Kenny Gainwell type role. You still need your running back, your bell cow, your big body, big back out there.
He's only an inch taller than Miles Sanders and 5 pounds heavier. That's your bell cow?
Miles did a great job at it.
Oh, but Miles wasn't a bell cow. So how the hell you gonna say
we all wanted him to be? We waited for him to be. That's what we waited for until last year. We wanted him to be that bell cow, and he was last year. Miles got the ball how many times a game? Like 16,
he was
20?
A running back by you know what? Hey, we have
receivers like AJ Brown, Smitty. That's why I think it works so well. He will work so well in his offense. Because when you got receivers like AJ Brown, Smitty, and Dallas Goedert, you don't have to be that bell cow because the offense is not set up for a bell cow. But it's not saying that you don't have to be that you can't be that number one back that have number one type numbers. He's gonna have number one type numbers without having to be the bell cow. It's like what we said with Miles Sanders. He don't need 30 carries a game to get that 100. You know what I'm saying? You give Bijan like 16 touches a game. I promise you he's going over 100 yards without our offensive line and Jalen Hurts.
But all right. So, and my last question before we move on. The Philadelphia Eagles had 544 attempts, right? At the rushing, right? 544 attempts. All right. So, out of that 544 attempts, what is a bell cow? How many of those carries he should have had? 544 attempts. So how many, if you're talking about a bell cow, we need a bell cow, how many attempts that he should have had? If you're going off of, hey, we need a bell cow, we need that guy. 544 total.
I'm saying you can't look at the numbers.
No, see.
Wait. I'm saying like this.
I cannot do this.
The numbers of rushes that the Eagles have because we have not had a Bijan Robinson on our team.
That makes.
He's way better than any running back prospect that we've ever had.
We haven't seen him play a down in the NFL.
But off of projections, just like they projected Walker in Seattle last year, just like they projected what's his name, Najee Harris in Pittsburgh, just like they project all these other projection running backs that went in the first round. It's like you only can go off what you see in college, but
no. I'm more confident in our offensive line than a running back coming out of college. You put Bijan behind, man, who's a bad offensive line? You put him in the mid-tier offensive line. Behind offensive line, he's going to look mid. He's going to look like, man, we
played with a mid-tier offensive line in college and looked great.
What?
Texas offensive line not that great.
Texas, all they do is
score in general. Ain't
that great is bad. The Big 12 sucks in defense, but their offense is old because they play against the same. Look, they play against themselves. They're playing against bad defenses. It's all about the offense. So now you're coming to NFL behind a mid-offensive line. Put him with the Giants. Put him behind the Giants' offensive line. The Washington Commanders' offensive line and see is he as productive as you put him behind the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. That's all I'm saying.
But you're saying something that it would even that would if we put him on that means he got drafted by one of them teams and we ain't got to worry about him at all.
No.
We're looking at the situation at hand behind this offensive line, and with our quarterback that's a through threat that pulls linebackers, he would be an elite superstar stud. I'm talking about first team All Pro first year.
All right, hey, he might even win Rookie of the Year. Congratulations. Is that going to get us to win the Super Bowl?
Yes, because that's going to put that many more points.
Is that
many more points on the board?
Yo, you know what?
It's much easier for Jalen Hurts. Less carries on him. And now we got Penny, so we don't have to do the quarterback sneak all the time. We got a big back in Penny. Trey Sherman's even a little bit big. We got those guys out there. Boston Scott came back because
you just said that we need a big back. If we got Penny as our big back, so why we need to waste a top 10 pick on Bijan? We got Penny.
He's a total pack of Penny. If you don't want to wear him down, it's a 17-game season, my guy. 17 games plus playoffs. So if you don't want to wear him down his rookie year, which I'm all for, just give him the ball.
You can't play everybody. You cannot play everybody. We have Boston Scott. We got Gainwell. We got Penny.
It's kickoff return. That's what he did. He came in and showed that he's a better kickoff returner than Covey.
Actually, his nickname the Giant Killer for a reason. All right, he have a good game. He has a good game. Hey, Scoob, man, I think that Scoob, hey, he's the guy that put up his
7,500. Talk about it too.
Scoob is the guy that lost every bet just based on what you said, BG. He's the guy right now.
The truth. Like, if you score more points, that's all you got to do to win. You talking about if the offense, everybody wants to blame the defense for the Super Bowl. They're like, oh, if the offense had one more chance to go out there, we could have won that Super Bowl, but the defense let up all these points. Well, the offense messed up at the beginning of the game. The defense had to try to cover it up. You don't give away those turnovers. You take those 2 turnovers away that the offense gave Kansas City, an elite offense like Kansas City, and we still win the Super Bowl. Period. We win that Super Bowl. We're not worried about at the end, can the defense stop them one last time? Because you gave up 14 points early in the first half, but we could have put the nail in the coffin by halftime and been done with the Super Bowl.
Look, all I'm seeing is this. All I'm seeing is this. All right, that's all I'm seeing. We lost Hargrave. We lost Edwards, White, Chauncey on defense. So I'm talking about, hey, our offense is still intact. Besides
not intact.
Wait, hold on. Like, our offense is still intact besides one running back. Besides that, Goddard is going to be better. Smith is going to be better. AJ Brown is going to be better. Regardless if we agree or not on upgrading the slot position, whatever. I do not see the Eagles falling below top 5 scoring offense. But on defense, the unknowns, Sean Desai, the unknown factor at linebacker. We literally, Kobe Dean, we all hoping that we saw some flashes, right? And mop up duties. Amaro, hey, he's coming off his 3rd team in 3 years. You're not coming to the Philadelphia Eagles. We have a lot of unknowns on the defense besides our 2 corners. You know what I mean? But yes, they're getting a little bit older, but I still have
and 3 corners really. And 4 corner deep.
So with that being said, with the teams that we gonna go against, yes, a shootout, blah, 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 I get it. But
y'all act like losing one player that defensive line that wasn't.
I'm not would you rather have a balanced team or a one-sided team? Because you try
to be balanced regardless. Our defense is still
one-sided team. A one-sided team. It's offense. It's offense or bust.
So you're saying you think just because we lost Hargrave, TJ Edwards,
yep,
and CJG, we're gonna be a crappy defense all of a sudden?
I said no. See,
that's what you're basically trying to say. When you make that kind of argument, you're basically saying
I've been getting first year. What were we?
On the offense and get our defense is still the best secondary in NFL.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Still the best secondary.
Hell no. Nope.
Slay, Bradbury, Maddox, and Greedy. Yes. Nope. Still the best secondary in the league.
No.
Period.
No. Hell no.
Period.
Dallas is better
And
than us.
our deep,
Dallas
pass
deep.
rush is still the best.
Dallas
It's still
secondary
the
is
best,
better
guys.
than us right now.
It's what Gilmore,
Dallas
who's
secondary
on his
is
way
better
out
than
the
us
door.
right now.
Gilmore, who ain't did nothing in a
Dallas
couple of years.
secondary is better
Gilmore,
than us.
really?
I'm
No,
not even going to
Gilmore's
play this
not
game
better
with
than
you right
either one
now.
of you.
Dallas
right now.
secondary is better than
Nah,
us
that's
right now.
That's cap. And then you talk about pass rush. We still got Sweat, Graham, Flex. You know, we still got Hassan Reddick coming off the end. We still going to have the same dangerous pass rush we had last year, this year.
But you have to replace the middle. Fletcher Cox had his best career.
We had the replacement last year for him. And
wait. See, look. Wait. Just don't interrupt me. Wait. The year before, we had the same exact guys besides Hassan Reddick. We added one guy. Boom. That changed the whole front rushing, right? Okay. Now, Hargrave, 11 sacks. We are about to replace one guy. Do you think Jordan Davis about to make his first, start throughout the season could produce like Hargrave did last season to make Fletcher Cox have to go one-on-one, to make all these other guys one-on-one? Because Hargrave was one of the top defensive tackles, maybe number one, in my opinion. He got, gypped, but he was, the number one defensive tackle up the middle. Aaron O'Donnell and Clark, Jones, whatever it is. He was number one. He demanding double team to make Cox have the year that he had. So do you think that if you could tell me that Jordan Davis could absolutely replace Hargrave without a doubt, because I think that we will be great. But if he, kind of like shaky a little bit, Fletcher Cox is going to be doubled. Now, if things going to change, one guy, you said one guy. Hassan Reddick was the one guy that we added. The defensive line changed. We lost Hargrave. We about to put in Davis, one guy.
It was it not the first time ever, like 5 players on the same defensive line had double-digit sacks? Ever.
Because of Hassan Reddick, we added one guy.
Okay. Now, those same 5 players can have double-digit sacks. If 4 players have double-digit sacks, and Jordan Davis still does his job at a high level. Like, I think Jordan Davis will come here and demand double, triple teams off the jump. Off the rip. We coddled Jordan Davis from his injury. Jordan Davis, before he got hurt, he was helping even though he only played on run downs, he made it so our run downs were, tops in the NFL, like against the run. And then when Jordan Davis got hurt,
How many sacks he had?
Listen, let me finish what I'm saying. Listen. And then after Jordan Davis got hurt, then we brought in Linval Joseph, because we seen what happened when Jordan Davis was out. So then we brought in Linval Joseph and Dominican Sue to help stop the run. Now, as long as he's covered, all he has to do, because you got to think, Reddick's about to get better. Sweat's getting better every single year. BG still got a lot in the tank, and Fletcher Cox is going to be here again. So those guys are having more opportunity. Jordan Davis is bigger. More
how many sacks did he have? Those games he played, how many sacks he had? You know why? When you start getting sacks, people double team you. But he was double teamed before that. With Hargrave,
before he got hurt,
this was going one-on-one.
JC,
what?
When those guys were getting those sacks, there's plays before Jordan Davis got hurt where he was getting double and triple teamed. That's why those guys made plays that they made before he got hurt. Now, after he got hurt, I would say Hargrave, like this. What happened with the Eagles, when Jordan Davis got hurt and they signed Sue and they signed Linval Joseph, they said like this: okay, we're gonna redshirt you, Jordan Davis. We're gonna get you in the game enough so you can get some game action, but we're redshirting you basically. And that's basically what they did the rest of the season. They redshirted them. They didn't need you. They're paying veteran players to do what they're supposed to be doing. Veteran players should do, and I think that is gonna be detrimental to Jordan Davis' growth this year.
Move on. My last thing is this: we are gravely underestimating this defensive line without a proven guy next to Fletcher Cox. We've been screaming, Fletcher, you're not the same. Get rid of Fletch. All of a sudden last year, next to a guy with 11 sacks, double-digit sacks, he had his second most productive season since the 2018 Super Bowl. But all of a sudden now, we're going to put Jordan Davis. That's not known as a big sack guy. That's the unknown factor. But we don't care about that because we got the outside rushers. But I'm going to say, be careful. If you cannot sack the quarterback up the middle, stuff that middle up to at least allow your ends to get there, we going to get gashed. But go ahead, man.
And we don't even know what defense. Might not run the same defenses last year. We might use him more as the nose tackle. You never know.
The unknown.
He'd be a perfect nose tackle in the middle.
At least we felt more confident last year going into this, this past season because the players we added and we saw Jonathan Gannon, scheme. Like he was a little timid, whatever. He didn't have the right players, but at least we kind of knew what scheme he was going to run. And now you add in 4 or 5 new players on a unproven defensive coordinator, but y'all think that we gonna be still top 5 defense. Okay. All right.
You guys think like this. Most players on their what do they call it? Contracts year play good. In the beginning of the season, where was Mr. Hargrave, but he wasn't playing that good in the beginning. He wasn't playing that great in the beginning. It was the second half of the season where Hargrave started really lighting it up.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
No, that's a lie.
Look at how they were spread out. A lot of them came towards the end. It wasn't the beginning of the season when he didn't come out the box just like lighting it up. We're like, oh, Hargrave's this guy. A lot of people was even talking about Hargrave leaving.
Okay.
I think Jordan Davis, with the rest, with the offseason, if he's doing what I hoped and pray that he's doing, and that's fucking busting his tail, getting ready for a season where you're going to be the guy. We drafted him. All I'm saying is you don't draft a guy that high to be just like a bottom second rotation type guy, period. You drafted him because you want him to be the anchor of your defense for years to come, and I believe this is the first year he'll start that anchoring.
All right. Hey, what's your next topic, man? And then we about to, hour and 15 minutes in, this ain't no Friday night for me.
I got 2 little ones. I feel like 2 of them that aren't getting that much attention that I think maybe we should talk about a little bit about. And it probably people might not even like it, but I'm gonna throw it out there. What about the backup quarterback thing? You know what I'm saying? Like I know not very many people, any of us really talk too much about it, but Mariota, man. Mariota being our backup quarterback. Like, can you tell me how you really feel about it? What's the pluses and minuses you think of having a guy like Mariota?
Look, I mean, it's all pluses. That's the guy I wanted for, to back up Jalen Hurts. Brissett, it's all right, but I think that Mariota is enough. From Oregon, from the Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles, the Falcons, Mariota is the perfect backup for Jalen Hurts. One, there's no threat there, right? Look, anybody gonna say Mariota, put him in? Boo! No, anybody gonna say that. Now, 2, I feel like his veteran presence, the game plan would not have to change that much with him being the quarterback. We saw last year with Gardner Minshew lighting the ass, like oh my God, what's coming at me now? Like he looked scared when he played, but Mariota has been a starting quarterback in the playoffs before. You know what I mean? He had let a comeback against the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs before. So he had experience, the poise, and the skill set as a Jalen Hurts. And he could throw as Jalen Hurts, he could run as Jalen Hurts. He could do the RPO as Jalen Hurts, but he's just an older version of Jalen Hurts. So I love the backup quarterback situation. I think that was the perfect spot for him to go to was the Philadelphia Eagles. Even the Philadelphia Eagles, Chip Kelly was trying to get him when he was there. It didn't work out, but it wasn't his time. This is his time right now to be a mentor. Like he's not trying to compete for no starting quarterback job. Minshew wanted to be a starting quarterback. Mariota at this point of his career is like, all right, thank you for a job. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not going. If you could not hold your job with the Falcons, right, a bad team, and you lost your job, your starting job, what makes you think that you're gonna come to the Eagles on a good team with a quarterback that's coming off an MVP type of season and trying to fight for the job? I don't think he's, you know what I mean, his mindset is there yet. But look, it is what it is. I love the backup
You
quarterback
think?
situation.
Do you think the Eagles should still draft a late round quarterback, or are you
Nah,
cool with Ian Book being like the 3?
yeah, I mean, hey, just leave Book at the 3, man. Look, if we gotta get to our third quarterback in one game or in a season, then things are going bad. I mean, going bad. You know what I mean? Your honest truth, man. Like the 49ers, man. Things went bad for them. And it went from Trey Lance to Jimmy G to this fairy tale story, which he never faced a top 10 defense, a top 5 defense like the Philadelphia Eagles. The minute he did, boop, like gone, son. So that's why I was never scared of the 49ers because I've seen the defense that Purdy went against. It was not the Philadelphia Eagles. It wasn't even the top caliber. The Philadelphia Eagles was the number 1 and pass defense. So now, if you are throwing the ball, you got the number 1 pass defense, and you got the number 1, sack defense. Something got to give. You're not going to get very far, and that's why I was confident going into that game because I'm like, Purdy ain't never seen this before, so I was okay with it. So look, Mariota is great.
How about this though, Mariota? Do you think it'd be the same type of thing? Like, say we went through the season, you know how Carson was a passing quarterback, Nick Foles was a passing quarterback, right? Even though we ran some RPO with them, they were both passing quarterbacks. So now, if we since Mariota's basically like Jalen Hurts, do you think if Jalen took us to a 14-2 record, and then knock on wood, got hurt, Mariota will be able to take us the rest of the way?
Yeah, I mean, hey, Carson and Foles was different. Like Carson was a dual threat quarterback. He was the league MVP that year. You had to account for his legs. You saw his escape ability throughout the season against the Commanders, against freaking the Seahawks. I mean, you saw it over and over and over again. Nick Foles, that playbook that took us to the Super Bowl was changed from Carson Wentz. So that was a whole different playbook. So Mariota, to me, that just say, whatever you said happened, he will be fine. He will be able to run that exact same playbook because he have proven that he could run. Mariota, he's a running quarterback.
I watched a couple games against Raiders who he took off.
I'm telling you right now, he's not afraid to take off. But Gardner Minshew is so slow. I don't smoke, but if I did smoke, when they hike the ball and it's a running quarterback play, I could go outside, smoke, and he's still trying to run for the first down. This dude is so damn slow. He's slow as hell. But Mariota, he has that sneaky fast speed on him. Even Hurts, right? The same exact players. Hurts don't look fast like a Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray, right? He gone. But he got that sneaky, slow, smooth speed, and that's exactly what Mariota have. There are exact same players in my opinion, but Mariota never had the type of talent that Jalen Hurts had his second full season starting. Yes, Mariota had who? Did he have AJ Brown?
Yeah. No? Was he on Titans 2 years ago, right? Yeah. No, because he was on Titans. Was he on Titans before?
Yeah, Mariota did have AJ Brown for one season, I think it was. But meant to have, and I think the season, it was either AJ Brown or or Derrick Henry. Like one of them
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
starting
Derrick Henry
ever.
probably.
But I'm telling you, but he took him to the playoffs. He led a comeback, so he's been there, done that. So I'm more confident in Mariota than Nick Foles if the situation was flipped from the 2017 year, and this past season.
Okay. And then my last one is, what are we doing at receiver three? Do you care that much? You think it's Quez?
Yo,
Are
if
you
I
trying to
have
go
the
get a receiver out of the draft or a free agent guy? I hear some names out there. I heard someone say, "What about Landry? Go get Landry. Have him come be your third receiver." I really feel like Quez is still the dude. Like, I think he was mentally not focused enough and prepared for the situation with AJ Brown, and he wasn't prepared for the type of role he was going to have when AJ got there. When he was the number two receiver the year before, with doing all the big things, 700 yards receiving. Now you have AJ and Devontae taking up all the catches. I think that just kind of threw him off a little bit. I think he's gonna be, a lot better this year moving into the season.
Look, I said the same thing that Nick Sirianni said, right? Last year, well, the 2021 season, he was the number two guy. He was relied on, depended on. So he was making some great catches, like over one of the best, DBs in the league. He was that guy. You know what I mean? Next to Devontae Smith. When you're the fourth option, like
He
you like,
was
all right, I'm not gonna go out there, just run my route. Boom, the ball come to me, it come to me. I'm not expecting it. I mean, I play football. You know what I mean? You play football. So if you keep running your routes, the ball ain't coming, this and that, and then once
I
it's
hate a
through,
receiver.
huh?
That's why I hate a receiver.
Yeah, he like, I'm always a running back. I'm a
Yeah,
running back guy. I'm like,
yeah.
put me back there because everybody is fighting to, hey, I'm open. The ball don't come to you. So as a running back, hey, bro,
If you don't
flatten
get
the
the
guy.
ball, you're only taking 2 steps to pass block.
You
You're
know
like,
what
all
I
right.
mean? Hey, come on, or hand off this and that, but receiver to me. But I had the perfect solution if y'all want to get rid of Quez Watkins. Me personally, I think that he's going to have a bounce back season. But if you want to kill two birds with one stone, our special team was atrocious, bad. Covey is a good story, but he got to go. He's got to go. I'm sorry. It's been nice, but you got to go. We could upgrade if y'all want to upgrade the slot and the running game, in the receiving game at the same time. Tank Dell, man.
Ooh.
Huh?
I said, ooh, Tank Dell. That's a name that's been thrown around a lot.
Yes. Yes, because I feel like that because we don't have a fourth, we don't have a fifth. So if my dream scenario come true, that we draft the best D line in college football at let's just say Carter or whatever he slipped to us. With the second first round pick, we could either because the Philadelphia Eagles have 12 pick next season, like 12 picks right now next season, we could package that up, move up, grab a Bijan, grab a Gibbs, and now you got your defense and your offense kind of solved. And then the second round, you could go middle linebacker and third round before you are sitting, with your hands under your ass for 2 rounds. You draft Tank Dell from Houston, man, 5'8", 165. But the thing is, elite speed, good hands, good hand-eye coordination. This dude had almost 1,400 receiving yards on Houston. Like, you about to go into this game, you need to stop that wide receiver. That's the guy you got to stop. You cannot stop him. This dude has 17 touchdowns, bro.
Woo.
17 touchdowns.
Woo.
Like, come on, man. Yo, 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. So that is the perfect compliment to AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dale at the slot position. And your returning game is upgraded. That's a perfect situation for me, third round. And then if you do that, would you be happy that the Eagles drafted Carter? They moved up and got Gibbs because maybe Bijan is gone, but they move up and got Gibbs a little bit. And then they got a linebacker, in the second round.
Nolan Smith. You think he's gonna drop to the first, second round?
Um,
He said he
I
would
mean,
love to play in Philly.
huh?
I said he said he would love to play in Philly.
Yeah. And right now, a Smith is he is at the edge rusher position right now. I mean, that's what they are putting him at. So he's scheduled to go 20. So he's scheduled to be a first round, but I was thinking more of a Jack Campbell from Iowa State type of guy. You know what I mean? Like big body, 6'4", 249, 250, 125 tackles. Yo, 6'4", 250, 125 tackles. This dude is a monster. He's blowing shit up.
I like that.
Yeah, like
I also like Pace Jr. from Cincinnati. I watched him play some football over the last couple of years. And then Noah Sewell in Oregon. I think that's another big linebacker there that I think play good. We got him like third round there.
So do you think that we should sign a linebacker in the second round? Because right now we got Morrow, Dean, and a whole bunch of Taylor, Bradley. See, that's the thing. I'm tired of drafting players, but not giving them an opportunity. Man. Bradley haven't had the opportunity. The Taylor, as fast as he is,
Taylor got his opportunity. He kept getting hurt.
So it's just like
be good. We're like, oh Taylor, here we come, and then hurt. Oh Taylor, here we come, hurt. Oh Taylor, hurt. I'm surprised we re-signed him.
I'll be right back. But go ahead. But look, for real though. I mean, do you think that the Eagles should draft a linebacker the second?
Yeah, I really think that the Eagles. I don't know about second round though. Second, third round. I think we should do it. Third round, just depending on how the board falls. Like I really feel like one offensive elite player, one defensive elite player in the first round, and then second, third round, you need to go defense. So my second round pick, if we got a defensive lineman and Bijan Robinson first round, I would say go take a look at one of these cornerbacks. Ringo from Georgia. I think Porter Jr. might fall to the second round. That'd be another one. A type of guy like that, to really solidify the cornerbacks and to be boosting up a corner moving forward. So linebackers, man, like none of these guys are really jumping off the board. If you got a Jack Campbell, that'd be good. I'm not sure what he's looking at on the draft board right now, how high of a prospect he is. But I do know a lot of people that are, how the draft goes every single year. You got all these players you think are going to be in your top 32. And a lot of them, there's always like 5 or 6 players that you didn't think was going to be in the first round that end up in the first round. And then you got some players that, shouldn't been picked in the first round, like I said, and they get picked in the first round. So that's going to push a couple of these guys back, first round talents, to the second round. And after they're in the second round, it's going to push everything back. So it just matters how the draft board falls. If too many linebackers start coming off the board, then yes, you have to go out and go get your linebacker, second round. But I think we can wait to the third round for a linebacker for real. I would actually go for a cornerback. I think if it was me, perfect draft, I'm going Bijan at 10. I'm going like defensive lineman, maybe like Cansey from Pittsburgh. I think he could fall and still be around, or we might have to move up a couple spots to get him. And then I'm going like a Ringo in the second round for cornerback, because you still do need to get a cornerback started there. You just might not have to use that first round pick for him.
See, my own thing with Cansey, man, he's like a Milton Williams to me, man. Like, you know what I mean? A 6'1", 281. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, is he a difference maker? I don't know. I mean,
same school as Donald. He did better than Donald, right? Didn't they say he did better than Donald and he's same school as Donald?
Yeah,
No
but
one
man,
expected it from
yo,
Aaron.
no, Aaron Donald is a generational talent guy. I mean, there's you can't even compare him to that. But the only reason why I say linebacker in the second round, besides our two first round picks, is because I feel like at safety with Blankenship and a former first round pick and Tremont Edmonds. So I think that will be fine. This dude has started 75 out of 78 games. First round pick by the Steelers. Yo, this dude is a very good safety with Blankenship. I won't draft a DB in the second round because you do have Slate and Bread for a minimum 2 more good years. But the linebacker position is the only one. Yes, you got Dean with his second year, but Morrow, a 1 year rental, he might be a Kaiser White type of thing. So why not? And then and you're gonna get the best talent in the earlier rounds. So second round, you could get a starter, a day one starter, and now you're okay with letting Morrow walk next season.
Like,
And
do
now
you
you
think
got
that Campbell guy is a first round guy?
oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So I think that he might go late first round or early second round. So because of next year, we have so many picks. That we might want to just move up a couple just to try to snatch them. I'm telling you right now, that would be the perfect scenario because Dean got speed left and right, but Mark, like he's that physical. He's our TJ Edwards on steroids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like TJ Edwards was our leading tackler and he was our best run stopper. So now you got Dean, the best cover linebacker, and now you got Morrow. You had Campbell, our thumper to stop the run, busting through the middle, like just not
Yeah.
afraid to open the hole for Dean to follow him behind. So that's my thing right here, but look, I would not be mad and like, oh my God, if we get Bijan, with our first round pick. My only concern is this. I've always heard defense win championships.
Yeah.
Yes, we had double-digit lead, and to me, in a lot of people's eyes, we were saying with 2 minutes left, come on, defense, one stop, defense, one stop. We all were screaming, one stop, defense, and we could not get that stop. It wasn't the offense. We had double-digit lead. I don't care if you say Hurts fumbled, Miles Sanders did that. We still had a double-digit lead with a elite defense. You should win that game 9 times out of 10. We was begging to repeat the Super Bowl where Brandon Graham had that one stop. All we needed was that one stop. We got our first Super Bowl win off of one stop.
You think our defense that year wasn't elite?
Our defense,
that was just a good defense. They were role players that played their role at high levels. And like Lori even said, yes, defense wins championship, but if you look at the way these rules are getting added up, you just need more firepower to get the harder you are to stop. You why not add more to the fire? Like I already think the jump without Bijan is going to be amazing. Or if you thought our offense was good last year, it's going to be even better this year. But to add another piece to even make it over the top. Like sometimes you just got to go over the top with it. Over the top with the talent. And just like really ride that wave. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes defenses win championships, sometimes offenses win championships, and sometimes it's a little bit of both.
It's more defense than offense because
there's been plenty of offenses that won Super Bowls.
Let's go back into the past 3 Super Bowls with the Rams. Who won that? Aaron Donald busting through the middle.
Did you not remember seeing Odell Beckham have like an amazing first half of the Super Bowl?
Not the first quarter.
And then Cooper Kupp came in and cleaned it up after and played great.
Clean what up? That wasn't the first quarter. He was having a good game, a touchdown. The Odell Beckham scored 1 touchdown. The game wasn't a blowout. The game was back and forth.
But Aaron Donald,
he got up that middle. Even Burrow,
Von Miller, Aaron Donald, like all these cats on that team, that were actually doing it too. It wasn't just
defense.
I don't know. I still remember teams like that won Super Bowl that didn't have the best. Even last year, Kansas City didn't have the best defense.
They had a more Because we scored 11 points the second half.
There's
Their
your players.
defense stepped up. Their
They
defense
stepped up. Yes,
Yeah.
your defense have to step up to win that. Yes, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be number one in defense or top 3 in defense. You can be a top 10, top 15 defense as long as your offense putting the points up on the board. You got to realize the faster your offense can put those points on the board, the easier it is for the defense. Because that means the other team is playing catch up the whole time. You can pin your ears back and get after the quarterback.
Yeah, all right, man. Look, hey, we definitely have plenty of time, to just go back and forth, man.
It's still early too, guys. We got a lot of players.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of stuff to move in the parts. We don't even know what our defense is right now. We don't even know.
Yeah, and
he hadn't even did an interview, bastard. Come on, say something to us. Say something to us.
Nah, it's all good, man. But look, BG, man, this was a great opening act. Of The Truth, episode 1. Look, man, I'm really, really, really looking towards, every week, man, just trying to dig into more other draft besides Bijan. What I mean? What other impact players that you have in mind that would really, really help the Philadelphia Eagles, man. But definitely, man, we are definitely gonna have a draft show. Simone, King. Hey, we trying to just make it big this year, man. We trying to bring all the big people on here, man, and literally get some live reaction for the draft, which is about 20-something days away. So definitely, we have a lot in store, man. Last year I did the draft thing like that. It was all right, and a shock on our faces. But tonight, we got BG, we got Simone, we got King, we got a lot of people for this upcoming draft show. Is going to be lit. But this is the first episode on The Truth. I tell the truth, and BG live in La La Land.
And I tell the truth before the truth happens, baby. Woo!
And that's how we came up with it. I mean, hey, y'all could call me a hater, whatever it is. I don't know if I'm an Eagles fan and be a hater at the same time. I'm just not going to tell you what you want to hear so you can have a good night's sleep. I'm going to tell you what the reality of things, what Howie Roseman have never done and not going to do. And BG is
that what they said about
drafting
receiver back-to-back. They said Howie never do that. They say Howie never drafted in the SEC. Obviously, this new coaching staff got a whole new flavor for Howie Roseman. He's loving it. So I think that's why he was the first guy in the door, Mr. Bijan, because they already know that is our dude right there. Let's double check. Let's look at him.
But he wasn't in the door though. Like that time, he was just assigned with Jalen Hurts' agent. Yeah, he wasn't like.
But he had a visit then too.
Got together for y'all. Let me do this. Now, he wasn't really. I mean, we kind of twist that around a little bit. He didn't really do no interviews or anything. He was just there to sign with Jalen Hurts in our Philly agent.
Then he had a visit. He said he wanted the top 30 visits. Bijan's that guy. Anyway, guys, listen, if you guys want to know the truth, Bijan Robinson is getting picked the first round for the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys can receive
that's not the truth, though. That's
right now.
Matter of fact, hey, we're going to make this interesting. The closer we get to the draft, we're going to put a little wager on the line.
We can do it right now.
Nope.
We can do it right now. I'm marking.
We got to keep the people guessing, man. We got to keep the people on the,
Okay.
What is the wager? Guess what? You got to tune in every week to find out.
Every week to find out.
It might be on draft night. I don't know. But all I know is I'm 2-0 against BG31. Since I know my brother from another mother, I want a jersey, and I didn't have to pay his whole 20 kids food, for lunch. So I got the most
bullshit game ever, because I had it in the bag, baby. That was my game. I was like, yes. I'm really going to have to break that bird. And he did.
And guess what? Man, I was like this.
Let him off the hook.
I slept that night peacefully, knowing that my pockets was staying fat that night, and I had to break my bank to pay for your lunch, your whole family lunch. Like I said, I'm 2-0 against you, so you should have been on my side. But it is what it is.
Well, this year, guess what? We got to have 3 bets then. 3-pack so I can be.
Hey, the draft.
Bring it 2, baby.
The draft. Yo, the draft is the one. We are going to put a little wager on the draft. All right, we're going to put a wager on the draft. Whoever right, hey, there's no hiding. And we're going to do it on air.
Live.
So let's
do some
go.
giveaways too, man. We're gonna do something a little different. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have me and JC definitely gonna talk about the show and like see where else we can take it. We're gonna try to make it one of the most entertaining Eagles shows there is. You know, it is always a blast. My brother from another mother, JC. Like we said, we don't agree on everything. You know.
Simone, what? Look, see, listen. I understand you on. Hey. Look, you down south, man. But what the hell, man? Yo, we've been on here for 2 hours and just now making a presence? What the shit? What the hell's going on
here? Just stop by. That's all that matters. You know?
Is your notification on? Set your notification if you're not subscribed to myself and BG.
We don't agree on anything. I don't have BG.
Wait, we don't agree on anything.
Really? Really?
Wait, no. Simone is always on your side. I be tearing Simone up. Simone is always on your side.
The last show we did in BIRDGANG, everybody was not on my side at all.
Well, because you literally had one guy, and that's it. You had no backup.
500. The GOAT, guys. The GOAT was on my side, and we were just rocking y'all with Bijan facts.
Yo, you had one guy. We was giving you, freaking backups after back. You was like, nah, Bijan. Of course, you ain't gonna get no love if you ain't got no realistic takes besides Bijan. But Simone,
I just broke it down this show why Bijan's number one pick for the Eagles.
Hey, Simone knows not to mess with me. That's why she always trying to she try to be putting me on blast. But guess what? I be coming out swinging. You know what I mean? Hey, she be outspoken me. You know what I mean? I speak more. Look, as long as she know the truth, I know the truth, man. The people know the truth out there.
And y'all know the truth, and the truth is BG's always got the facts. And you guys just trying to keep up with them. Hey, I said what y'all want to say. I say what y'all want to say. But I'm having
yo, yo, you're Hey, look, all I know is wait. Oh shoot. Let me see something here.
I heard it. Y'all know it.
Let me see something here. Oh, no, not this jersey. Oops. Yep, this is it. This is it, folks. This, I'm right.
You petty mother.
Hey, y'all see this?
Yes. Well, BG. Kids watch this dang show.
A personal gift from BG because he lost a bet. So y'all can say I'm wrong if y'all want, but I got the proof. No Cash App sending to BG, but the Devontae Smith jersey. This is from BG because he lost a bet. Because I'm realistic. He's in La La Land.
I pay my bet. Y'all know that. I do pay my bet.
I
can't be correct 100% of the time, but I'm definitely correct like 90.
No. It is what it is. It is what it is. Number 6 right here. Matter of fact, and from now on, man, when I do the show, man, number 6 will be on my shoulder. Just
you know what I want to do? I want to get make one of them custom belts. And then we can just pass around. Be like, we can make a truth, Eagles truth belt. You know what I'm saying? Whoever tells the most truth for the season gets the belt.
Oh, shit. Hey, look, you ain't never getting that belt.
I would have it first.
No, you know what? We should give it to like Simone or 500 or somebody. You know what? JC, you were right. Boom. Because you'll be cheating. Your wife, get her out of here. She's on your side all the time. It doesn't matter. We need a neutral party to give out this award. Because all I know is this. No Cash App sent. Number 6 on my shoulder. I'm 2-0 undefeated against bets with BIRDGANG 31. Right? This is my belt right here.
Okay. I got you. Well, we're gonna see what happens this year, mister. We're gonna see what happens this year.
Somebody
It don't even like you wore it very much, so we might as well just throw the jersey up. Give me my
No. I got my stuff framed, you know what I mean? You know, all this stuff right here. Hey, it's all good. I like this better though. I like this better. You know, I could put my number 6. Maybe the next bet will be a number 1 jersey. Who knows? I throw back Kelly.
I do need a Kelly Green. I do need a Kelly
jersey. Number 1.
Hurts jersey.
Hey, you know what? You
said nothing but a word there.
Hey, look.
Kelly Green jersey.
Hey, how confident are you the Eagles would draft Bijan at number 10? That might be a Kelly Green jersey type of bet. Hey, look, hey, you got to tune in to find out if we're gonna go that route. Yo, I'm gonna have me a Kelly Green right here.
Whoa, you ain't winning it. You ain't winning the next bet. I'm just letting you know that straight off the fact, and that's the truth.
Hey, look, put Nina comment up. Put my girl Nina comment up. That's what I'm about. I take jerseys.
Yeah, man. Besides me, little kids.
Look,
I don't even think they even gave me the damn jersey.
Next time I see you, I need you to sign this jersey right here. Because I ain't never going to get Devontae Smith to sign it, but I'm going to get you to sign it, though.
I'll sign it, too. I'll say. He said, why you ain't putting up my comment? What comment did we miss?
I don't know. Like, Arrow?
I did say boy, bye. You just
we already put that up.
I just put them all up here. Said, what are you talking about? Go.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. She putting arrows up and stuff like that. But look, hey, I know what the next bet is going to be, and it's going to be interesting. And you cannot run from the people. If you are wrong about this number 10 pick, there are some consequences. And you better.
We'll see by the time the draft get here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we
would
do it.
Break it down, like, hey, you know
how
what?
we make it right now, it's all saying he's going to be John.
No,
that defense with some quality players.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that at all.
And it's Bijan Robinson 10. Or maybe even not 10. Maybe he scoots back to 13.
Whoa. No.
I'm saying first pick will be Bijan, but I'm saying maybe he doesn't do that 10. Maybe he moves
No.
See, no. Still likes Bijan.
I'm not even going to make you even, nope. Number 10 pick. That is going to be the bet.
Even if we trade back, he said if we trade back,
okay, you know what? Okay, all right.
Bijan, I will lose the bet.
Okay, look. The first pick in the draft will be the bet.
Okay,
all right?
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
I'm going to make it easier for you to win. So the first pick the Philadelphia Eagles do, that's going to be the bet.
All right.
All right? But if we ain't going to say what is it going to be, we just going to have to wait a week before. All right, our episode of The Truth, the week before the draft, we going to have to nail it down. This is what you got. This is who I got. You know what I mean? Hey, we'll go from there, and that's what the bet is going to be off of. And
sounds good, man. I'm down with that.
Green jersey picked out. But I don't know what the bet is going to be yet.
Kelly Green. Jalen freaking Hurts. Kelly Green. That'd be nice. And I'm gonna wear it too every show after. I'm just like, look at my jersey, guys.
This look good actually, man. Yo, this is like my signature. Matter of fact, yo, this is my signature right here every time we do the Truth.
All right, before JC gets too full of himself, we're gonna go ahead and get out here. Hey,
so proving otherwise, this is it, number 6.
Make sure you guys hit that like on both platforms. Well, we are going to be doing this every week. The truth, the whole truth, I like to say, because I be telling the whole truth. I don't just be telling the truth, tell the whole truth. But this is the truth. This is your boy, BIRDGANG 31. That's your boy, JC Sports Talk. And tell them what you always say.
Go Birds! You already know.
Peace.